So this past Tuesday, I built this high school. So now I want to build the matching auditorium and I kind of want to make it look like this. So here is a look around at this building in case you're wondering. Pretty simple, pretty big for this big lot. And then this is just the inside of this build, but let's get into it. So this is what the original auditorium looks like, but of course we're gonna bulldoze it. But essentially for this build, we're gonna have to make the default version and then we're gonna have to place the default version for each lot basically. So like for formal dance, it will be the old auditorium. So we're basically gonna have to build this 4 times. So I'm gonna try to go for like a similar shape. So essentially it's gonna be like something like this. And I just wanna make sure each side is like the same. So something like this would be nice. And I know I don't wanna have tall wall height because I just think that would be like too big. If I were to do it like that, I would want to use like a very high platform. And I just don't think that looks as good. So I think we're gonna keep it to be short wall height. A part of me is also wondering like, what if I do have it be 2 stories, but the second story is just empty? That way it looks tall, because I think I might like that better than just having it be medium wall height. Medium wall height is just very ugly to me, and I don't think I want to mess with the platforms because platforms can be like very annoying. So I think I might go with a second story. And for the windows of the other build, I just went for glass walls. So we're gonna do that again, and we'll probably put them in these areas. And then I'm just using these columns from Get Together as a border. For the door of the high school, I used this one from Growing Together. So I think I might do that same thing here. I will admit, I am kind of questioning the second story. I just feel like if we don't need it, we shouldn't have it. I think I might only put platforms on the roof, and maybe that won't cause us any issues. So I made the side parts very flat, and I think I might go with this platform trim. We used this brick from City Living, and I might just put those on the side parts. I think we also used this on the outside, and that's pretty much it. So nothing crazy. I just don't know if I like how short it is. Like, I'm just struggling with how short the building has to be, but maybe that's okay. I just feel like it has to be as grand as the school is. Okay, so if I did platforms, I think I would want it to be this high up, and maybe that's fine. This might actually be good. So we have to raise this up by the same level. So on the inside, I would usually have a stage area. I feel like the stage should go in the middle. I think that makes the most sense to me. And I think I'll only have it one up. So I think that looks pretty good. Maybe we could have the bathrooms over here. So instead of doing stalls, I'll just do like separate bathrooms. I feel like having to build this way is a bit weird just because it's kind of hard to space it all out. Because my question is this big enough for prom night? Is this big enough for career day? Is this big enough for graduation? Usually it is, but still, like sometimes you just don't know how it's all gonna flow together. I kind of forgot that this would be an issue. So you can like see the platform. That is not the best. So we have this window, which is from base game. So we could place it like this. I think that looks pretty nice. Oh, these are like the same size, so that's perfect. The reason why I didn't want to use platforms is because usually it deletes the ceiling, and that can just cause big issues obviously, because sometimes I don't even notice that that's an issue, and I'm hoping since we placed it back that it stays, because if it didn't, that would really suck. So in the high school we used these floors, and I believe we used these tiles, so I think this is perfect. Oh, I forgot. So if you're using a platform, part of it gets cut off, but in this case I think that's okay. So we need to find a foundation for this. I don't really know what to use. What if we used half walls? Then we could color it in this brick color. I don't think I like that. But for the high school, we did put like a platform up here so we could put a sign. And I just want to do that same thing. And I think we'll keep this platform trim. We didn't really need to use a fence in the high school, so I don't really know what fence to use. We did use this one for the stairs, so I guess we could do this. And maybe this will be fine. I guess that looks good from the outside so far. So we used this wallpaper in the high school, but here it's not really gonna work. I mean, I guess it will work because you don't need to see the bottom part really. And then on the inside we could also get like some brick accents, and then I guess it could go on every other wall. I wonder if I should put windows back here as well. I don't know, like I want to have a good amount of windows so it doesn't look so odd, but I don't want to have too much. Maybe I could put some behind the stage as well. And then these are the bathrooms. I think that looks really good. So for the auditorium we do need a few things like the podium, podium, trash can, sink, and toilet. So I will add those in. Oh, look at this. I love this watch so much. Maybe I could build a library next week for Carperdale. I think that would be nice. I think I'm gonna add some columns to the edges here. So maybe we can start working on the bathrooms. So I'm gonna make this be silver. So we got a simple mirror for that. And then for the toilet, I think I'll use this base game one. And you know, that's pretty simple. I do assume that these doors have locks on them, but I feel like people say like when they open it up, you shouldn't be looking at the toilet as soon as you walk in. I mean, personally, I don't care about that, but I'll do it. And I guess I can keep the plant right there. But what would I put in this corner? Because it is a bit empty. Actually, maybe I will move the plant to be over here. The bathroom doesn't need to be this big, but it is this big, so that's just unfortunate. I think I'll keep the toilet in the middle. We can grab our paper towels and hand sanitizer. Maybe I'll put the hand sanitizer over this side. Okay, yeah, that is the bathroom. Now I just have to copy it to this side. Okay, so those are the bathrooms complete. And that's pretty much all we need for the auditorium. I don't know if I want to add curtains. I'm pretty sure when we do the formal dance, I might cover the windows in like very long curtains like this, but I'm not sure what I want for like the default auditorium because it doesn't really matter. Like you're never gonna be here anyways, so maybe I'll leave them empty. I think the regular windows might be better, so let's do that. I also want to paint the ceiling because that's also very important, and I think we're ready to worry about the landscaping now. So first I'm gonna go in with these base game trees, so I think that's perfect right there, and then maybe we could size one down and put it over here in the front. We're gonna filter to high school years so we can use some of the landscaping that is in debug. So I want to get some of these grass pieces around because I think this looks really good. So I'm mainly gonna put these underneath the trees, and then they also have like some of these flowers going around, so I want to add that as well. I also wanted to size down these rocks and place them as well because I think that looks really good. I guess maybe we could get some closer to the building. Maybe that's a little bit better, and then we just need to add terrain paint. But yeah, we did the terrain paint, so now I guess we can get some outdoor lighting. Maybe I'll get 2 of these. I think that will be fun. You know, very simple. From high school years, I saw these like fake planter boxes that I want to use again. So yeah, it was like this one. I thought it would be cute if we also put this in the front. I think that looks pretty good. Part of me wants to say that we're like done, but I'm a little scared that we may not be done. What if we added this to like one of the sides of the building? I feel like this could look good. So I just added a picnic table. I think maybe that's nice. So yeah, I think this is the default lot. I don't think I'm missing anything. Well, here's one thing. So usually when it's prom night, I usually like to use the studio light because I think it's nice, because I usually make prom like very dim, and I think that might be it for the default building. So now I'm just gonna save this to my lot as the auditorium. That way when we switch to formal dance, we could just place it right away. And I guess maybe this is like the funnest part for this build. Okay, so for prom, we're gonna need this voting box, and unfortunately it only comes in one color, so that is just great. But we're also gonna need a speaker. We're gonna need the photo booth. There is 2 photo booths, which I think this one is obviously meant for prom just because of the stars. And we also need this fountain thingy. I guess we're gonna be forced to use like a gold color, which I don't really want, but I guess we could. I feel like the color scheme over here is like very basic, like it's brown, light brown, but I think we could do red and gold. I think that looks good. Oh, what if we use this curtain to like cover everything up? I never thought about that. It may not come in the right colors though. Oh, this is a good color, but I'm not sure because I wasn't really planning on that. I was kind of thinking of like the dine out curtains or the one from my wedding stories. I might just cover the whole wall, and I was kind of thinking we could use it in just black, but I do want to see what our other options are. So like this dine out one, obviously it comes in black, and then we have like these single tile ones from base game. Oh, we have this from luxury party. I don't know if that's the vibes. I don't think it is the vibes. Honestly, when do I ever use this? Like this might be my only chance to use this. Comes in this nice red color. I mean, that could work. They don't completely like go together because you can see here that is kind of separated. We can try these curtains for right now, but I think I'm gonna put the photo booth right there. And also like these curtains kind of have a light to it, and I don't like that. Maybe it's too much. I might actually use the one from Dine Out. It could be in red or it could just be in black. I do want to see what the black looks like. It just bothers me how it doesn't like go together because you can see that there's kind of like a little gap here. I think maybe the My Wedding Stories ones were better. I like the My Wedding Stories ones because there's no gap, but this part bothers me. maybe, because like that's the wrong color. Okay, so I pretty much covered all of the windows with those curtains, even the ones in the front. So hopefully that's okay. So part of me wants to use the dance floor that is from Party Essentials, but we do have these other choices from Get Together, so I don't really know what I want to go for. Oh, like this has like that gold trim wrapping it around, and I think that looks so good. What if I go for this one? I think I might go for this one. I think this one looks really good. I don't really know where to put the voting booth because they do need both sides. Part of me is like, do I just put it in the grass so that way you can vote as soon as you come in? Like, is that good? I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna grab a buffet table. I was gonna use the square one, but we did get that from an event, and I think this is like very important for you to have here. I thought high school years came with like a buffet table, but maybe I'm wrong. No, I'm pretty sure it did. Oh, it does, but it's just in this category, so it's categorized wrong. Ooh, we could use this one that has like the bit of silver. Oh, this one is perfect actually. So we have our drinking fountain. We can get it in this color. I think that's so pretty. And then we could get these matching tables over here. I don't think we need this many chairs, but that's what I chose. Also, maybe I'll get it in black so it just matches the bottom of the table. Honestly, I think maybe this could be enough tables. Or I could put this one more right here, and then I could sneak one to be right here. I think maybe that will work. Okay, so I like this section. I just wanted to leave like a little bit of space for the photo booth. And I think at graduation they have like 2 of these tables. So maybe I'll put 2 just in case. And then I guess over here on this side is where you'll vote. And then I guess I could get some chairs for like the chaperones. I don't know if they would sit up there, but would it be too much of me to like cover up these walls even though there's no windows? Yeah, I do think that's a little too much. Okay, so I put some extra chairs up here for the chaperones. I don't know, I just kind of like placing the chairs around because I think that looks good. Because maybe your sim just doesn't want to dance, so I just might place some extra chairs. And then I'm gonna add this beautiful, beautiful disco ball. I think that looks wonderful. And then I feel like at graduation you might want to take some photos, so I'm gonna get this backdrop and put it in red. So if you want to take photos, I guess this will be right here. It does get cut off. Maybe I can size it down because like your sims aren't that tall, right? It's kind of hard to tell just because this is all on platforms. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like I need to bring a sim here, but then I won't be able to change the lot type. Or I could just let it clip because I don't think you'll get this in the screenshot anyways. I don't know, maybe you will. I do have the tool mod in, so I could size it perfectly. I can actually size it up a lot more. Maybe 0.96. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, I'll place that right there. Well, this wall is blank, so maybe I'll put it over here instead. And then I can have like the tripod here. And then I'll give you the Moschino camera. I think that's cute. Okay, and like I said before, I do like to like dim the lights, so like it's not so bright in here. So the only light I didn't dim is this one and then this one. But I think that's cool because I can like add other lights. I also want to get some of these around. I could also get them over here. These ones are gonna kind of be in a different height. I guess I could raise these up. I really want this wall to be a different color, but it's not going to be. And part of me just says cover it all up. So hopefully you guys don't hate me for doing that. I might just do it over here as well. So we have our little camera area. Also, I feel like when playing, the tree is going to be very annoying. So I do apologize. I mean, I play with cutaway walls, so maybe it won't be that annoying. I also want to put this balloon thingy because I think that will look very good. I don't know if I should put it right here or if it can go right here. I think that's going to get in the way of if they can like get up the stairs. So like maybe right here is good. It would have been so good if I could add this. I was going to say maybe I could, but like, I don't know. Like, what if I put it in front of that board? You can kind of see it because this is like transparent. You just can't like see the name. I was trying to get it where only it showed the curtains, but I couldn't really get it like that. But I think this is like so pretty to be your backdrop. Oh, I would love to add this. But on these tables, I was thinking I could put like a candle, like maybe this one, just to light up the area a little bit. I think that is so cute. I'm wondering what I should put right here. I could just give another place for your sims to sit. That is also an option. But honestly, yeah, I think the prom is done. I'm hoping I did not forget anything. And then this is what it looks like at nighttime. Part of me is wondering if I should light up this sign so you can see it at nighttime? And I feel like the answer is yes. And we can move on to the graduation part. And I'm also going to save my game. So I feel like for the graduation, it's not exactly going to be like this, but I do think maybe it would be easier if I used the prom version, because I'm going to use like some of the stuff that I used for prom. So I may as well just use this slot for the high school graduation. Yeah, so this is the default lot. So I probably won't use the balloons, but I do think I can keep the dining area. You don't necessarily need this stuff, but I do think it would be nice for you to eat with your family once you have graduated. So we have this graduation photo op that I want to use, and I guess maybe I don't need to use this anymore. I think this is a cute little photo op, and I think I can keep like the decorations because we're still trying to go for like a red and gold vibe. All we need to do now is just add in like the chairs for them to sit at, and that's just if this works, because again, you know, high school years is very broken. I feel like I want to use these chairs, but I don't know if that's like too much. I don't think you need music at the graduation, so we're not gonna have that, but I think maybe this is how I will have it set out as. I don't really know how many people will show up at graduation. Hopefully not a lot. That's a lot of chairs, right? That's like 18 chairs, and I feel like we can probably like, I guess, size down on the amount of chairs that we have over here. And then I guess if you need extra chairs, I can just like put these like this. I think this looks pretty good. I honestly feel complete. And another thing I will add, I haven't put any plants. Isn't that a bit crazy? Like, I also didn't put any plants for the prom, so now I feel like, wait a minute, should I go back and add? I mean, I just felt like I was good with it and I was done with it. I didn't feel like I was missing anything. If I did, I would have like be like, oh, I guess I can put a plant here, but I just didn't feel that way, I guess. Maybe I can put like a little plant right here, or maybe I'll put this plant over here instead, or maybe I'll get rid of one of these chairs and put the plant next to it. Also have this little photo we could put, but I think we're done. So that is really good. So next up, we just need to do career day. So for career day, you need to have 3 of these tables. Not to be like very boring, but I think we might just do it in black or gray or orange. And I kind of want them to be separated. Also, I don't think we need to have the podium, so we could get rid of this. And I'm pretty sure the professional stands behind the table. So maybe we could have one that's like up here, and then maybe the other 2 could be over here. And then I was kind of thinking we could have maybe like an area for the Sims to do like some research on careers maybe. So like a computer and a bookshelf. This does get in the way of the thermostat, but hopefully that's okay. So in the school, I believe I used the Cozy Kitsch circle table. Yeah, so like this one. I did use a different chair from this, but I think I'll use these chairs because they're colorful. And I could use the chairs in a bunch of different colors. And I'm gonna get like this little board. That makes a lot of sense. Get like this little plant on the table. And then maybe in the middle of the room is where we can get like the computers and stuff. I was thinking we could use these desks, and they do snap together, which I think is very cool. So that is how I have it all laid out. And I'm wondering, should we use like some nice computers or should we just use like the box computers? I feel like this school can afford some nice computers, so I'm gonna get this one. Then I could add like some pencils and maybe a headset, because maybe they're watching a video on something. And I was kind of thinking over here, I wanted to put like some of these journals as if maybe like some of the students are writing stuff down. So this is gonna take a lot of alt placing. Oh, this one doesn't need alt placing. That's good. Well, I think using the journals makes it a lot easier, because then I could just like put them where I need them to be. And I can't change the color of this one once it's placed. Maybe this one can be blue. And I think this is this area. Maybe we could get like a little rug. I think that rug is very nice. And I feel like in here, you don't really need this light. Like, we'll keep it, but I think we'll make it, you know, like a normal color. So for career day, I feel like maybe a vending machine would be nice, because, you know, it's the end of the day. Maybe you're hungry and it just brings in more money for the school. So I think this is good. I did add 3 chairs right there, which I don't know if that's necessary, but I did add it. And then part of me just wants to add like more bookshelves, and then I could just like move the tables up a bit. So yeah, I think we are done. Maybe I could add a plant. I just can't believe I haven't put any plants in the other builds, which again, I'm fine with because I do think they're very filled up, but I'm just like kind of shocked. But yeah, I think we are done with these lots. So I will save them to the gallery. So when I post these to the galleries, they're going to be uploaded 4 times for each type of venue. I don't really know what to call it, if I'm being honest. So here we just have the auditorium. That is what I named it. And then for the formal dance, I just put auditorium dash prom. So this is just how I named named all of them. I thought maybe that will be very simple for you to search up. So if you want to download this, it will be on my gallery at DeeliciousSims. And if you want to download the high school, it is also on my gallery. But before we go, this is just what career day looks like. And then this was graduation. And then this was prom. And then this is just like the default auditorium. So I'm gonna leave the video off here. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I love you. You are important. And I'll see you all tomorrow.